Shalom, shalom. By Solid speaking. Hopefully everyone's well. If you guys have any questions, y'all can ask. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thumb me. And visit the website wiseservant.org or upscaleknowledge.org. Peace and wisdom, Xavier Wisely, Tina Hewley, Ignatius B. And All Out too. When you're dealing with physical life, you have to learn to recognize the many binds. Meaning you have physical bounds or binds. Physical things that, when I say bind, I mean you're not free. Freedom is more deep than we perceive it. Most look at freedom from a physical force perspective. Most people's minds are not a matter of that. You have physical binds or physical things that block you from being free. You have emotional things that block you from being free. You have mental binds as well. Now all of these things coincide with one another, meaning the one thing, like a domino effect. The mind will affect the spirit will affect the physical, the spirit being the emotional state. Look at it like this. Y'all wear clothes on your body. Those clothes that you wear take away from your freedom. Now once you wear clothes, now you have different kinds of clothes. The cheap clothes, the expensive clothes. And so now you ascend your way up to the expensive clothes. And so do you see how you're trapped in binding yourself deeper? Meaning, the person that wears expensive clothes, they're bound by layers. Meaning they have to get to a place where they can wear cheap clothes again before they can get to a place where they can be nude. A baby runs around nude, they have no perspective of the physical, so their vessel is good enough. Has nothing to do with pervertness. The baby's mind is not thinking perverted. The baby just lives. Has no perspective of clothes. In this kinds of clothes. And you get my point? In that the baby's mind is completely free. When I say free, the baby's mind is completely free to live without the burdens of what am I going to wear? What kind of clothes can I wear? You get it? Free. Man is like that. We live life, we learn all we do. Y'all go from being naked as babies to wearing the bare necessities of clothes. Of course, some of you guys were well off, but use your mind to adjust. You know, the world is bigger than your perspective. And so people go from nude to wearing the bare necessities of clothes to get into a place where they wear more expensive clothes. And this never ends, meaning the kinds of clothes that can be worn. And so you have those many binds on the person, meaning we go deeper and deeper into trapping ourselves. And so now you view somebody that wears really nice clothes and you try and get them to wear regular clothes. It's going to be hard for them. It's going to be just as hard for them to wear regular clothes as it is for someone that wears regular clothes to just walk around nude. Now, when it comes to nude, of course, people have their flaws. Are there flaws that was pushed into their mind? Meaning you have a perspective of what beauty is or what perfected body is. And so if y'all don't measure up to these perspectives or ideals, then you get my point? Y'all develop flaws. Cover the body. Then the cover of the body becomes more important than the body. So then y'all put more effort into what kind of clothes y'all put on the body. Y'all forget about the body in terms of y'all neglect the body because y'all view it as something y'all can cover up. And so this is the beginnings of man being unhealthy. Meaning you see how material clothing, just that, can affect a man's diet and his physical health. A lot of y'all overeat and do many things that y'all do to y'all vessel because you know you can cover it. You get my point? So, getting to a place where you can be nude in an environment with like-minded people that understand the effects that clothing and things that we wear have on the mind. You get my point? When you get to that place where you can grasp that, so then you want to push towards that because it's about freeing the self from all the physical bonds, emotional bonds, and mental bonds. It's being the perspectives and ideals y'all have. They bind y'all to certain ways of lives. Just control the self. You get my point? Y'all are not free in y'all thoughts, in y'all emotions, and physically. Y'all have walls and blocks up, or binds. And so use the clothes as an example. As I said, if y'all have any questions, ask. Now on the emotional level, this is spirit. Y'all have things y'all experience that y'all hold on to. These things become y'all binds. Meaning, the things y'all experience change y'all character and y'all perspective on life and certain things. And you view that perspective as accurate or right. You don't view it as this is something I've adopted because of something that's truly just a lesson. You know, we go through experiences, they are lessons. If we don't get the lesson, then we take the hardship from it. You take it personal if you don't take the lesson. Just change your character and your perspective on things. When I say things, I'm speaking life and people in it. And so you get my point? You have many layers of bonds, things like that, on a mental, spiritual, and physical level. You have to get to a place when you can pass when you can pass or conquer your binds. Salam, shalom. Can you guys please ask questions? There's no way no one has a question in regards to life and your being alive. If you scared, slide. Other than that, ask a question. I need you guys to ask questions. Everybody that's viewing, ask a question in regards to life. So I see your brain ain't just wasted away. Salam, shalom. Don't take offense. Just ask a question. If the dumbest people on the planet are coming in here, you take offense, slide. I'm not trying to rack up dumb. Beat it if you fall into dumb. I'm not here to cater to your dumbness. So can you guys ask questions? Meaning everybody that's watching should have something, some question in life or something in life they're not clear on. Whether it's art, scholarship, religion thing, whatever the case may be. I say that because I have deep wisdom to give out, but if y'all minds is all dumbed out, or if you scared, you're wasting my time. I'm not here to show like, look what I know. I got hella videos up. You get it? There's nothing to prove. There's nothing to show no more. Come to learn. There's a lot y'all don't know. The invisible indigenous. Salam, shalom. Thanks for asking the question. The rest of y'all follow suit. I don't mind if everybody slides out. I get to slide out too. Now, you said, what would be a way to spend one's day pleasantly? I'm going to answer your question. But please don't get lost into asking me stupid things. Meaning, whatever you like is the simple. You get my point? You should, if you don't know the answer to that, then I don't know what to tell you. I'm not sure how scarred y'all are. Like, y'all insecurities. I know y'all have a lot of them. But they're not my concern. Meaning I'm not here to pick up and figure out what you insecure about. And I ain't here to adopt that. The point I'm saying that for is ask a question so I know that you have a brain. Not ask a question just because I said ask one. I'm asking y'all to ask a question for a reason. So I see if it's worth me even finish what I was going to discuss. I'm not giving wisdom to dummies. That's a waste. And so if y'all don't have no questions in life, meaning y'all watch dumb shit all day, y'all do whatever y'all do all day, how does one not have one question? You understand? That's why I said ask a question. And you get it? We'll move on from there. Tina Hughley said, when crossing the abyss, do you have to let the ego and attachments in this life, being people and things, y'all perspective of the abyss is not good enough. You get my point? And And so the question is good, but it's like somebody that just learned math asking about division. You're moving too far ahead. I'm gonna explain it to you, but y'all are not, how can I put it? Y'all are not applying nothing, so there's no growth in the mind, if that makes sense. Y'all are listening and watching many different things, but nothing's actually being applied. There's nothing being practiced. In that, you get my point? Y'all stay however y'all was to begin with. It's like watching somebody play basketball and listening to all the talk of basketball, but never getting out there and actually playing and practicing. And so in that, you know different than you was when you first started, meaning you can't play. And so your questions are the things you think of basketball is never going to be from the perspective of someone who plays, which is the glory. You like sidelined, dumbed out in perspective, like a critic. They can't see how they stupid because they don't play. To say, damn, I don't play, I look dumb, critiquing something I can't even do. You can't see that when you're just on the dumb side of things. To them, no, I'm critiquing, I'm a fan. Dumb. You get my point? You're not better than what you're critiquing, so the critiquing wouldn't matter. Look at wisdom like that. Y'all are not applying the wisdom. Y'all are listening to meditation, but y'all are not learning how to meditate and doing it and having progress in it. So when y'all asking questions, it's kind of empty. Meaning you're not meditating or you're not doing any practices in regards to your question. So you get my point? There's no experience to say, hey man, when I be doing this, what is that? I'm trying to get you to see, like, if y'all did things, you get my point? Practice the things y'all listening to, then it will be growth and a different level of understanding. You get my point? Now, let me answer your question. Hopefully you grasp what I'm saying. When crossing the abyss, y'all perspective of the ego is not right. So y'all have a lot to learn or practice. Like I said, y'all are wasting y'all time just watching things and listening, but you're not applying it. So in that, meaning I've explained to you guys what the ego is in depth somewhat. Different videos. You may have to go through different videos to get a full. But you get my point? I've explained to y'all what ego is in depth. Now, most of y'all still stuck on this shallow perspective of ego, which is based on your emotions, your envies. And so you get my point? In that, when you get to deep level meditation and crossing the abyss and practices that have to do with shedding the ego, if you have a shallow perspective of the ego, well, what are you going to be doing? You get my point? It's like I told y'all in the past, the ego has to be raised. And so if you've never even had your ego raised, meaning you've been in a low ego your whole life, let people beat you down and have you insecure. You've never spread your wings to let the ego go. You may have never even did anything for it to be that way. You get my point? Not you, I'm just speaking in general. And so the ego has to grow, be knocked over, so that it can regrow and continue to, you get it? Straighten out. Y'all ego is pretty much everything. It's what keep y'all up when people trying to pull y'all down. You get my point? The ego is like y'all little secret tool. When you feeling low, the ego can pull you up if you understand the ego in depth. The ego is the self, the individual that you are. This self or this ego is what keep you from the whole. It's like I told y'all earlier, God is whole. Not an individual thing, not a most high thing, a God thing. That's the Satan. When you're dealing with God, you're dealing with wholeness, meaning a multitude that moves as one. Period. However you cut it. This is why when y'all call Jesus, which is the Lord of hosts, an individual's name, it's an abomination. The whole point of God is that God is the multitude. No piece being above the next. That's the whole point. This is why you have the story of Satan. And he had pride. He wanted to be above the rest. This is so you know. Aboves, individualities, all of these things go against God. If you come across these things, you're not talking about God, you're talking about the devil, which is God or the Most High. That's his thing. Statuses. When you're dealing with God, a true God, you're dealing with wholeness. This is why Jesus always say, are you whole or do you want to be whole? You get my point? And so when you're reading about the character Jesus, that's why I tell y'all the name Jesus, that is the devil. It's a trick. Y'all are getting the truth stamped on, but it's done purposely. It's not an altering. It's a trick for the reader. You gonna read the book as one of the world, or you gonna read the book and grasp? That's why I'd always say, he who has an ear, let him hear. Because it ain't for everybody. Some of y'all blind, deaf, and dumb. Meaning you gave yourself to the world a long time ago. So you can't hear nothing, see nothing outside of the rhetoric you let, fill your mind up. And so, Jesus is referred to as the Lord of hosts. Now you always have this Lord of hosts. The everlasting. It's like Osiris. Every culture you got the Lord of the multitude. This is not to say this individual is above the multitude. It's to say this God is just a bunch of stuff. And it moves like a choir or a congregation as one, like your body. You have your spine vertebra, you have your individual digits, so many different parts to you, all moving as one accord. So even though you got the devilish mind, the selfish Satan mind, where you want individual time, you can't go against the order still. Meaning you're still a part of a whole, even if you don't want to. It's because of that. God is whole. This is what y'all have to learn. Y'all trying to do away with stuff. Make yourselves above stuff, not getting the point. Everything works perfect when everything is whole. Whole is equal. You get it? I'm not above you, you not above me, but we are the parts and pieces to the whole great thing. And that we all get the same glory, which is the great thing. Man can't never grasp that for some reason. Meaning, now worship the goddamn devil. So, before I get to the questions, I want y'all to grasp this. Meaning, if you in a religion, you worship the devil. That is the point. You get my point? You worship the Most High, God, everything that is the Satan. These is titles for the Satan. That's why it says the devil wanted to be the Most High, or this thing or that thing. And so y'all have to grasp that. When you think of light, light is whole. If everything is all light and I flick a lighter, you're not going to be able to tell where the flame. You get it? Like that. Nothing can be above nothing when you're dealing with light. It all blends and just makes the light greater. When you're dealing with darkness, then you can have individual specks of light. You can have your individuality, but it's still darkness. And so you get my point? It's like a trade-off. Now I apologize, I have to use the restroom. I should have did this before I even started, but I'm gonna come back and go deep. Okay. When you're dealing with physical life, the whole point or the whole reason for it has to do with your falling. This is your lords of below. Of course, Satan himself is the darkness. But then you have your gods over this darkness, your entity. This is before physical life. The reason you have physical life is because this God of wholeness was sacrificed, meaning killed. And this is where you get the religion of God being sacrificed for the sinners. It's not to say y'all worship Jesus or the sacrifice. You get it? Y'all don't worship the sacrifice God. Y'all worship what the God is being sacrificed for. This being the devil. Again, according to y'all know, Jesus is dying for the sinners. This is the devil and the fallen. Now, like I said, before physical life, you get the sacrificing of a God. All cultures. Whether you talking ancient Sumer, Arabic, with Iblis and Adam, you always gonna have a sacrificing of a God to the clay or the body of man. That's what y'all worship. The sacrificing of this God that is whole. Now this God truly ain't no different than y'all. Y'all are just basically this God in the vessel. Meaning y'all are a man, which is a body of clay with the spirit of God sacrificed inside of it. Y'all worship what happened to y'all. Like life is like a reproducing thing. So what happened in the beginning continues to happen. The same way you was born, the same way your kid's gonna be born. And so whatever transpired is gonna be the same. Before physical life, whatever transpired for physical life to be born out, physical life being a body, meaning the universe is just a body. But what it took for this body to be born out so you can have physical was the sacrificing of God. God being the Lord of hosts are what is whole. You get my point? And so you operate around in physical life like the fallen, screaming about this sacrifice. Like, Jesus gonna die for my sins. You get my point? It's absurd. Y'all don't understand the truth. Like, okay. Y'all don't understand what I'm saying. Like, the God is whole thing. Like, when I say understand, I mean no. Y'all know it because it's in y'all religions that God is whole. But like I said, understanding it. Being as though y'all don't understand it, y'all don't see how it's crazy. Like, y'all be like, thank you, Jesus. Y'all say it in vain. Like, mind you, we talking about a God being sacrificed. You get my point? Y'all don't have the perspective to know what y'all. You know how the text say, forgive them because they don't even. They so fucking dumb. They don't even know what they do. It's talking about y'all, but in a more extreme way than y'all can think. Like, just forgive them because they completely stupid. They worship their own sacrificing. Now they here in clay, dumb the fuck out, speaking and following the fallen. The text tell y'all the devil on every piece of the physical life. He got all the tricks set up for y'all. You get my point? And so for some reason y'all don't grasp that. I say, no, I worship Jesus. What do you worship about Jesus though? Y'all keep forgetting that part. I worship Jesus. Okay, that's beautiful and fine, but what part? Like why? You worship the death of Jesus. You don't just worship like, oh, it's this great God. This God is whole. And I worship the greatness of this God and I mimic to be like this God. Y'all don't worship them. Y'all worship I'm a sinner and this God going to die for me. I wouldn't care about the latter. You know my point? Look at it like this. If you a Christian, so you love Jesus. Yet you have a problem with my saying, why do Jesus gotta die? Why can't y'all just not sin? Why y'all worshiping the sacrifice of God? If you love Jesus like you say, why does that disturb you? It's like I said, y'all worship the devil. It's not me, it's y'all. You worship the devil. That should show you that. Meaning, I ain't said nothing wrong about Jesus. I say y'all worship Jesus wrong, blah, 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 blah. Y'all worship the devil. But in terms of the God y'all supposed to love, nothing was said wrong about that. I said y'all this God. Y'all just dumb and don't know. Why does that disturb Christians? I'm sure if you follow me, you like, yeah, Christians be getting mad at Solace. Why do you think that is? If all I've said truly is that they worship the death of God. They think it's cute. If you were Christian, so you love Jesus, the first thing you would do is say, that's right. If I told you, man, you worship your mama dying, you a fool. If that was the true reality, you wouldn't get mad. Even if you did, you'd be like, yeah, I'm about to stop doing that shit. That's my mother. Like, I'm not about to be sitting here parading around the killing of my mama. That ain't even funny to me. What's so funny about that? Your mother died right now. Let's have a party about your mama dying. Eh? That part. Most of y'all will say, man, I'm not doing that. That's crazy. I'm, and whoever running around, parading around, happy my mother died, it's smoke. It's smoke on sight. Y'all don't have that problem with God, though. You see my point? You say, no. Jesus gonna die for my sins. Hallelujah. That part. Using God's name in vain. What vain mean? You're just using it for no reason. You hit the lotto. Thank you, Jesus. We're fucking in Babylon. The lotto Babylon shit. Why you want to include God in that? Y'all will get some pussy and be like, thank you, Lord. Yahashua, thank you, Lord. Like, y'all sick. Y'all go to church looking for ass, so don't nobody better play with me. I don't want to play with y'all. I go to church seeking out good dick and good vagina. When I say good, I mean like y'all lied to yourselves like y'all good people in the church house. So I'm looking for Some holy pussy. Some holy dick. Lying itself. You know, this is what the devil's, it goes deep. Hopefully y'all grasping. Christians are evil. I'm not calling them evil to bother them. I'm calling them evil from my analysis. I ask Christians myself. You don't have no problem with God dying for your sins. You don't think if God died for you, then that means you really God. Like, and you don't care about God. You just say that. They don't deal with that. You get my point? I've yet to get an answer. They get upset as if God has to die. And so I know right there they evil. That makes no sense to me. Now I understand life came into be because the fallen sacrificed God. So I get why they believe in and they love the sacrifice of this God, but I'm trying to get them to see it's because you the devil. Like you were part of the devil. They don't want to accept that. They don't want to change it either. Like they self and say, yeah, I got to get out this religion. It's devil worship or it's God sacrifice, which is the same thing. That part. They just stay how they are, mad, talking about whoever don't confess the blood of Jesus. I'm not confessing that, you fucking freak. That is satanic. I confess that I'm going to die in the blood of God. That is some voodoo freaky ancient Atlantis, ancient Lemurian shit. That's sorcery. See, this is what the fallen gods did. Meaning you have menstrual cycle and those whole orders in a woman. But it predate the physical body. You have to remember a woman's body was an egg cell just like any other physical body. And so you have the primordial germ cells on a woman's side fashioning the egg cell, or the body of man, mankind. The menstrual cycle is your clay. And so the gods made man out of clay. When they say the gods made man out of clay in different texts, they're speaking about the menstrual. That's the clay. They're speaking of the egg cell. This has to do with the menstrual. The egg cell is the body before it develops in the womb. Of course, it needs the spirit of God in it. That's the sperm cell or the semen it's covered in. Now, once the spirit of God is inside this clay or this egg cell, this body, it will develop into physical life. Meaning the body will evolve in the womb and be pushed out into physical life. And so the fallen do this, meaning man and woman don't do this. Man and woman just have sex. They get tempted by lust. But before man and woman having sex, so you had sperm cells below, or the fallen angels below. In the man's testicles, you got sperm cells. These are your fallen angels in the abyss. This predate man's body, meaning you had fallen angels or sperm cells. Y'all don't know what sperm cells look like. Y'all just know like, oh, science, these little dots. Sperm cells look like ancient Egyptian pharaohs. You get it? They have the head garments on. If you know about sperm cells, they have an acrosome. This is a hat. It goes from the front to the back. It's exactly what the ancient Egyptian pharaoh's headdress is. You can go look up an acrosome. Acrosome. It's a sperm cell's hat. That part. The sperm cells look like they're the shining ones. That's the best way I could tell y'all. If y'all could see sperm cells y'all size, y'all would say they God. Gold out, the shining ones. They got the head wraps on, and them shits is alive. Meaning the head garment ain't just a hat, it's alive. If you look at the back of an ancient Egyptian's head wrap, you'll see it's coiled, like the mitochondria of sperm, meaning it's alive. Of course, that hat is what's used to penetrate the egg cell. But talking about divine beings, the things y'all read about. And so sperm cells is that, your pharaohs, your men of old, your fallen angels in the abyss. And this don't have nothing to do with physical bodies, meaning before physical bodies you had sperm cells in that fallen state, are fallen angels. Now, on the feminine side of darkness, you got the primordial germ cells, which is the same thing, your fallen angels making the egg cell. You can look up how a woman's egg cell develops over a month. It has to do with germ cells. They develop up in stages before it becomes the egg cell. And so you have these fallen entities making the egg cell. This is what it means in text when they say the gods made man out of clay. And then they sacrifice the god to it. That's ancient Sumerian text with Iloella, Gesh-Tu. Gesh-Tu was sacrificed to the clay so that the gods could make man to take their toil or their workload off their backs. Their workload is death. So they put that on man. Meaning, egg cells and sperm cells come together, you get physical body. If that don't happen, they just dead in the abyss. You get it? Before your father, there was sperm cells in his father's balls, and all of this transpired. And the same thing happened with his father. Meaning these things predate man. They're the progenitors of man. They have a whole reality in the life that they live. And y'all never think on it because it's smaller. Now on the macro level of life, you have sperm cell, but if y'all can't grasp the micro, you get my point? I just want you to get to the macro. But these entities, they are fashioned in the physical life. And it's all based on this God being sacrificed. This is not like allegory. That's why I'm telling y'all the physical realities. Egg cell. A woman ain't inside her womb making the egg cell. You got entity literally doing that. Your germ cells. Same within the man. You got sperm cells or germ cells evolving into sperm cells just dead in a state of stasis below. Man ain't inside himself doing that. That's happening somehow. That part. Y'all have entity within, the cells. They're doing all of this. Your body is their whole world. Now, we live in a body or a world. And so do you get it? Y'all live by what the fallen have made. Now just fall into flow. Is this making sense? Because most people's minds can't grasp. But if you're a Christian, a Muslim, whatever, you worship the devil. I don't think you grasp that. And it's not by, I'm not saying you don't worship it by mistake, but I'm saying the religion ain't by mistake. It's crafted perfectly. And so if you dumb enough to not have truth within self, it's going to catch you. But that's on you because it's crafted in truth. You get my point? Meaning a religion don't tell you it's the truth, it say believe. It ain't never lied to y'all. Y'all just liars to self. And so you get my point? It's like the devil with Eve. Say you eat the apple, you ain't surely gonna die in this moment. And he ain't bring up later, but so he ain't tell her she wasn't. You get it? The devil basically playing mind games. You can eat the apple, you're not gonna die right now. Now maybe if he would have said if you eat the apple, you're gonna die. Not right in this moment, but you will die. You will be the cause of dying. Man will now live to a certain time and die. He just worried like if you eat it right now, you'll see like you won't die. And get to the rest, it don't matter. That's how the religion is. It's fashioned like that. A lot of you, they ain't never tell you it was truth. They just said believe. It's a belief system. That ain't a truth system. What you gonna say? But I thought, why? Truth is truth. Everything else is a lie. Belief included. If I say believe me with no proof, what have I just done? Lied. Most of y'all don't grasp that because y'all liars. That's why the text say the devil was a liar. It's his native tongue to lie. Meaning it's in his nature to lie. Can't even help it. He gonna lie to himself. Do y'all see a pattern here? A father of lies, y'all daddy. This is what the text say. The devil's y'all daddy. The whole book is about the devil. Whoever's reading the book, so they're in the religion. So it's explaining to them how their daddy, the devil, is a liar. And if they have an ear and can grasp this book, get out. They don't. They don't even pick up the book. And so again, the only people that's reading the Bible is Christians. Meaning the only people that's going to find the Bible is people that fall into the religion Christianity. And so the book is written just for them to free themselves from it. Because once they pick up the book, they'll realize, hold on, the religion does everything opposite of what the book says. The book says stay away from signs and symbols. We wear signs and symbols, crosses and shit. Like that. The book say, everything the book say, we do the complete opposite. It's like that on purpose. So that he who has an ear can hear. And he who is blind, deaf, and dumb, so you good to go. It's to separate truth from liars. That's all life is about. Separating truth from liars. The garbage from what's pure. How do you do that? Simple. Y'all don't know belief ain't truth no more. So obviously y'all are whatever y'all are. Liars. Otherwise, when did belief become truth? That part. And so, most of y'all in y'all religions, y'all think y'all doing a good thing, but you're just a follower. And because you're not truthful with self, this is, you get my point? Meaning y'all think it's about me and y'all. Y'all think this is an antagonizing thing. I'm telling you in your own brain, you know you in the religion because you just a follower. You didn't put no work in. You didn't read nothing. You don't go deep to see. You was in the religion before you even had a mind to make the choice of a religion. And so because you lied to yourself on that, that's why. Meaning you in the religion because you were a follower of the world. You ain't never decide to take a moment for your own self to say, hold on, I ain't never make no choice. I just go with what is. So, and that you find yourself celebrating the death of God, like the fallen, talking about God gonna die for your sins. What sins have y'all done? Have y'all sacrificed to God? I'm just asking. Have y'all sacrificed a God to bring forth physical life? Yeah, y'all have. Oh yeah, y'all are guilty. Oh yeah, we are all guilty of that. But that is not the point. No, I'm just playing. I was hoping y'all mind snapped like that. So, I had lusty sex. I'm guilty. Now you in luck. You to sacrifice God yourself in the clay. So, yeah. But once you come to know, there's no more excuses for you. So the point I'm making is that, man, y'all live in the world of the devil, Satan. And y'all are satanic worshippers. Y'all believe in the blood of God, rising y'all from the dead because y'all are sinners. And this is all fine with y'all for some strange reason. Meaning the first thing will pop in any sane person's mind is, what's up with the God dying and all this strange shit? What what? What the fuck kind of movie is this? Meaning why y'all, I don't see how it's not strange to y'all. I don't, that's what I don't get. Like, it's like the joke's on me. Like y'all are fully aware that y'all are the devil and devil worshippers. You get it? It's like that with me sometimes. I wonder, like, is the joke on me? Do they all know? Like, yeah, we know we the devil. We sacrifice to get here. We don't give a fuck, nigga. Yeah, we say what we say. You feel me? Because we gotta have more bodies. But it's like that. It's like y'all the devil watching me. Like, I say, man, you don't see nothing wrong with, like, Jesus being sacrificed. You don't see nothing wrong with the Lord of hosts being sacrificed for your sins. It's the devil. I feel like they like the devil. They just refuse to get off the killing of God. Like, from the perspective of the fallen, they have been sanctioned to the darkness or death, dead. So I get it, meaning they willing to kill to have life. You get my point? They don't cherish life. They will kill to have life. They can give a fuck about life, but you can't explain that to the fallen. That you don't like life as much as you think. You deserve to be dead because you will kill life to have life, so you can destroy it. Like, you get my point? Fallen angels don't get that. Fallen angels be in sperm cells. You know what is below. Y'all like that. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Sometimes I wonder. I say, is this on me? Like, am I the only person in? Am I the only person that came into hell that gets it? And the joke is on me. Like, y'all all the devil. Everybody come into physical life. Everybody come into physical hell with all the devils. And it's just them versus all the devils to see, like, will they lose? Like, will y'all convince me, like, no, y'all right. Jesus is supposed to get killed for our sins. Like, like, it's like a battle. Like, I don't get it. That's sick. Y'all are sick to me, but it's unfortunate. And so, y'all believe in the death of gods. Now, like I said, physical life started that way. Meaning, really, God was sacrificed. Semen is just the blood of this God or the ghost of this God, the remembrance. But God was sacrificed in the beginnings. You're busting a nut, so then a baby about to probably be brought into life. So being as though this is the beginnings too, so you get it? The ghost of what was killed in the real beginnings before any physical life reappears every time a physical body or world is being procreated. You get my point? And so y'all passed the part of the beginnings of physical life, but the beginnings of physical life still happen in current life. Just like every night y'all fall into the primordial abyss. You know, like how the sperm cells below in a man's balls are just like unconscious and dead. Every night y'all fall into y'all abyss. I'm trying to help y'all to see y'all fallen angels. Y'all a devil. But y'all don't want to listen to me. So I suppose y'all gonna sacrifice me. And y'all gonna be like, Solace. Y'all gonna do me like they did Jesus or the Lord of Hosts. Solace is evil because he said we can't kill gods. He'll do. String him up so we can get some more physical life. That's how it works. When we all die, I'm the good soul. I get it. Y'all don't want to. Don't say, no, we dead. We want to go back into life. What do we need to do? Find somebody good. Solace will do. Again, the fallen will kill or come back into life. Y'all will eat food and kill something just so y'all can stay alive. Meaning y'all have no respect for life, but y'all so desperate for it. Can't see y'all the death in life. Like, you gonna kill somebody. Your kids gonna kill somebody. You know, y'all are evil. But y'all don't wanna face that fact. You get my point? This shit go deep, deep. All out too said, Dag, I don't feel that I wish people well. No will. Y'all are evil. But y'all don't wanna see that. You get my point? That's why I always say be self aware, be balanced, give back. So y'all can see for yourselves, like, when you be like, I'm giving back to that nigga, I'm gonna get all the wisdom I want. It's for you. Like, you get my point? Ain't nobody tell y'all this. Meaning, I don't care where you seek at in earth in today times. Ain't nobody tell y'all that God was sacrificed for physical. Y'all believe in crazy shit. Nobody told you that. You wouldn't have known that otherwise. If you're wondering why you have no balance, no honor, why y'all will kill and do anything, even believe that God gonna die for y'all, is because y'all this ego and proud thing y'all heard of. That part. It's like a mirror for the devil. So the devil don't like himself, but he won't change. Y'all hate the world, but y'all the reason for the world being how it is, cause y'all ain't got no balance. Y'all got status. Y'all don't want to be whole. And so you get my point? This shit is for y'all. I'm speaking of myself separate from y'all, cause I clearly ain't got nothing to do with y'all. I don't think nobody gonna disagree with that. I don't seem to have any. I ain't whatever y'all got going. I ain't got nothing to do with y'all shit. Whatever it may be in the world, I think we can all agree on that. Silas just got his own fucking thing, and the devils all got their. And the devils just do their own fucking thing, and they all against this nigga. Not physically, they scared to death of him, but like in secret, they're like against him. I'm just saying this so y'all can see. You get it? Y'all not self-aware, so I'm just helping y'all like to see like y'all like the devil in y'all ways. Like, it's crystal clear, but y'all just don't see it. A Christian don't see like there's anything wrong with them believing that God gonna die for them. I tell them, I guess God is. I guess you really God. If God gonna die for you, then that means you're God. You can play word games all you want, blood, but you the authority. You get my point? If God gonna die for man, that mean man the authority. He above God. I ain't saying that's the realities, but that's how he see it in his brain as man. Otherwise, he would never think nothing like that. It's disturbing. First thing will pop in his mind is, why do God got to die for me? Do you see the pinnacles of y'all ego? Most of y'all can't even say that to self. Like, you a Christian, you can't. In your mind, then you on my side now. God is whole. Ain't no sides. I keep telling y'all that. Y'all can't fix y'all mind. And Allah, what y'all is deep. Salam, shalom. Now let me get to some of these questions y'all had asked. I forgot I'm supposed to be answering those. I could finish off on this though. Just let me know what y'all want. In regards to crossing the abyss, this is a practice, a way of life. Like I said, when you're dealing with meditation, you have an aspect of healing self, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. I mean, it's something that those on a certain path of wisdom graduate to. Y'all use outer things to heal yourself, all of that. Wise men who are on a certain level, they heal themselves through meditation, different sounds. Meaning, when I feel sick or I need to heal myself of something I feel coming on, because I don't get sick, but I know sickness in its progenitor state. You get it? Y'all know y'all sick when y'all get sick. I know sickness before it come, like prophecy. Say, oh, sickness coming in 2 days. I can sense it. That's how wise man is. He in tune with self-aware. He in tune with, the outer. And so I keep myself from ever getting sick through meditation and sound. Of course, silence is a sound as well. So silence and sound and meditation. Y'all don't know how to do these things, but y'all have not gotten to that place in mind. When I say in mind, we speak in understanding. Y'all hear, but understanding is something different than just hearing. Y'all understand English. Y'all understand the words I say, but understanding what I'm saying to where y'all can do it too. So that's something different. Damn, I went past the question. And so, when crossing the abyss, you have to let go every aspect of the ego to cross the abyss. But the simple way to make it for y'all, where y'all can grasp, y'all have to get y'all minds to grasp what whole is. Meaning y'all worship the Most High, God, the one and only. You get it? Y'all worship individual things, not the conglomerate, not what comes before separation. You get my point? Your God is one individual and everything else is something else, according to your perspective. If you're a Muslim, Allah is above you and everything else in life. That is an abomination. I'll say it again. God is whole. God would never present themselves above anything. You get it? I ain't talking about a group pulling up. I'm talking about one entity that consists of many individuals. But it wouldn't matter which individual you talk to, you're dealing with the choir. That's like you pull up, I got 10 motherfuckers with me.